I'm Arabina Apia, and you're watching a special social media segment of A Closer Look. Thanks so much for being here. Joining me now are Director of Investments, Phylicia Hanna, and Deputy Director General of Tourism and Director of Aviation, Kenneth. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now Phylicia, we have been having this conversation about the investments that the Bahamas is attracting to our shores, but I know that you have put a lot of effort and time into the way the Bahamas is promoted on the international stage. Let's talk about that.
Well, we've hit the road running. We've put our boots to the ground and we're going internationally, just sensitizing people to what the Bahamas has to offer, our beauty, our people, and the family of islands that make us so unique, each island having a different culture, showcasing that in our promotions of the family of islands. We're also looking to revamp our national investment policy to include sectors specific by island, so that our marketing strategy really focuses on different sectors by island that fits into the cultures of the family of islands.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. So what would your strategy be for, say, an island like Cat Island? We know what's great about Cat Island, but, someone on the outside may not. So what does that strategy look like in terms of tailoring the specifics of the conversation?
Well, I'm sure my colleague would speak to the tourism component of it, but the cultural aspect of it, that cultural tourism promotion of, cultural resorts, boutique resorts seem to do very well in Cat Island. We do have some things in the pipeline, some great things in terms of investments in the pipeline that we're proud of for Cat Island. Awesome. This year alone, we have 2 major projects that were approved for the island of Cat Island, some in the Gulf Ring arena. And so sports and culture seem to fit well with the island of Cat Island, and we're hoping to also attract some farming, agricultural related projects to the island of Cat Island.
Awesome, awesome. What would you say for an island like Grand Bahama, where, there's a little more of a city sort of side as well as the more relaxed family island vibe that, that persons are looking for when they visit us as well?
Well, Grand Bahama is unique, okay? And I have a personal affiliation with Grand Bahama, as you're aware. So yes, girl. Grand Bahama is going to be booming. With Grand Bahama, you have Freeport City. Of course, the resort-like developments always work well in Grand Bahama. You also, in Freeport City, you also have the West End that has a beautiful culture. And then when you go East End, there's a different culture altogether. And so sometimes we look at the East End, and, historically, there's been a lot of filming in the East Grand Bahama area. So really looking into tapping into that market is huge for us, and attracting film-like investments to our country for East End is important. When you look at West End, we're actively looking to market the GIN project and see what we can do there. We've had a lot of interest there, which will do well for West End. So we're excited about that. When you look at the Freeport Harbor, and you have the container port, you also think about manufacturing. Export is a huge opportunity for Grand Bahama, and so that's going to be a pivotal part of our investment promotion strategy.
Mr. Roma, she spoke about some of the specific, these sort of niche areas that we want to promote on the various islands. How soon are we going to see those sort of things start happening from the tourism side in the family islands, and what can Bahamians expect to get excited about? What can they be looking forward to?
I'll say like my mama said, soon directly.
Soon directly,
okay?
Amen.
We have moved with great intentionality and focus, promoting Grand Bahamas to the world. Our team has been on several missions, taking the Bahamas to the world. Our top performing markets are Florida, New York, Texas, the West Coast, where we're seeing significant results. In November, we welcomed the first ever direct non-stop airlift to Nassau Paradise Island JetBlue. You'll find out that the 15th of December, we're going to have 2 inaugural flights on the same day.
Oh, wow.
Alaska Airlines from Seattle and also from Los Angeles. But on the 14th, we're welcoming JSX, Dallas, Miami into Marsh Harbor, and then make us a direct into Stella Maris, Long Island. So what you're seeing now, what excites us is that we're seeing actually the fruit of our labor. What we are experiencing now does not come only as a result of pent-up demand. It comes as a result of strategic partnership. It comes as a result of meticulous planning. It comes as a result of us really believing that the Bahamas should leverage their brand post-pandemic. But there are certain islands that really excites us. Deputy Prime Minister has gone on record to speak about 5 major islands. Of course, there are more than 5 in the 2024, but I believe that you're going to see significant improvements to the state of infrastructure in Eleuthera. About 3 months ago in October, I visited North Eleuthera, and I was quite alarmed and disappointed by the state of their airport. We made a commitment to North Eleuthera that they'll be getting some immediate matters addressed, air conditioning units, seats. Within 2 weeks it was addressed. And then we looked at the temporary structure. Persons were exposed to the elements, and so you'll find out that right before Christmas, we will have completed a temporary facility in North Eleuthera.
Very cool.
The new year, you're going to hear plans about the new airport in North Eleuthera. You can hear about the new airport in Georgetown, Exuma. You're going to hear about new airports coming on the ground in New Bycat Island. We signed an $80 million deal for a new airport in Bimini. And so what excites me, it's going to be a happy new year, again, all to our tourism investments in aviation 2024.
Absolutely. Well, I want to know what's in your mind if we have this conversation again, or when we have this conversation again at the end of 2024. What, if you had to give me the number one thing that you would have liked to see accomplished on your list, what would that be? Phylicia?
Openings. Speaking to a number of openings, fruits of the hard labor of the Ministry of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation. Absolutely. That would probably be the biggest thing for me.
Absolutely.
We're going to eat the fruits, juju, ganaps, cocoa plums, all things Bahamian. But I think
mango, soursop, all the things.
Everything, okay? We're going to exceed 10 million 2024. We're going to see at least 5 airports coming on the ground. You're going to see more butts in seats, more heads and beds, and more money in the pockets for ordinary Bahamians and local entrepreneurs and stakeholders.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's a good place for us to end. Thank you guys so much for being here.
No problem. Take care.
You've been watching our special social media segment here at A Closer Look. Stay tuned for more content right here.